Ms.Aunes on why she is passionate about music and what got her into teaching music here at Bedford Road. Take it away.
Okay. When I was about 4 years old, I remember hearing music playing on the radio when I was sitting in the back of my parents' car, and it was somebody playing the piano. And back then we didn't have to wear seatbelts, and so I popped up on the console in between my parents' seats and said, "I want to do that." And I remember my mom turning to my dad and saying, "I always wanted a piano." And then it's hard to remember things when you're little, but I remember later on, I remember a piano showing up in our house. And I found out years later that my mom wanted a piano so that she could put family photos on it. It wasn't so that she could play it. And so they had me go down the road for lessons, and I loved it. I just loved to play. I used to actually sit under the piano and try to play by ear on top of it. And finally the woman said, "I think your daughter should take lessons from a real teacher." And so my mom sent me to a teacher, and then that teacher said, your daughter should take lessons from somebody who's really good because she really loves this. And so I've always been playing music since I was 4, and I always sang, and I always loved it. And I don't actually know why. You asked me, why am I passionate about music? I was actually born that way, and my sister was born that way too. So why I'm passionate about it now is because I feel like it's a way that everyone can communicate with everybody. It doesn't matter what age you are, or where you're from, or what language you speak. Music can be used to communicate emotions and stories. So the reason that I teach band is because when I was in grade 7, I got to join the band program at my school, and had a nice teacher, and I was trying to decide between the flute and the French horn, and I decided on the flute because it was easier to carry, and that was all fine. I enjoyed my grade 7 year, and then in grade 8, her husband was my teacher, and he was so passionate. He threw chalk at us. He threw drumsticks at us. He yelled. He made me feel so passionate about what he was doing. And watching him, his name was Mr. Boggs, watching him, I was like, I want to do that for the rest of my life.